I'm Erica Lucas. Welcome to my channel where I share real-life videos about trying to figure out minimalism one day at a time.
Maybe one more time, okay, because you know who is on his way when we get this story read.
I've been on this minimalism journey for about 8 months now and have decluttered most of the inside of my house and been sharing it on this channel. I'm working now on storage spaces like our attic, shed, and crawl space, preparing for a move in a couple of months, and I'm also momming, wifing, and homeschooling. In this video, I am going to go back up into the attic and declutter more. This particular attic declutter project was somewhat thwarted in my last video about fallen fiberglass insulation, and I had become paralyzed by the decision making of all of these items up here. I asked for help from you guys and I got it. I am so grateful for all of the support and comments. You guys really helped me on the video a few days ago. So here's what I have decided. It's not, most of the things up here are not worth my time or my effort to clean off and try to salvage. Most of the items up here were less than $100, less than $50 in all honesty, and I can replace them as we need them, as we want them again. So I'm going to trash a majority of the things you see up here, and I'm going to take you with me on that process. I am going to wipe down the closed bins and see that I can save the stuff that's protected inside, and then move these bins into our crawl space or into our basement as we prepare for the move. The things up here that are going to be difficult for me are the sentimental items. I put on some old pajamas that I was very comfortable tossing out. I decided the risk of the fiberglass in the washing machine was about equal to the risk of keeping some of these items. So if I'm not going to keep these items, then I'm not going to keep these clothes. And based on the comments from people who have dealt with this issue or who deal with insulation, plus Google searching, I could wash these clothes and then run 1 or 2 rinse loads to clear out the particles. I bought some contractor bags from Amazon and took the advice from you guys in the comments to bag the things in the attic before dragging them out to the street for trash. I really want to stop here for a minute and thank IndieGen. IndieGen put up a comment that received 461 likes by the time of filming this. That's in like 3 days, 461 likes. IndieGen had followed up and said that it was her first comment or his first comment. So indulge me while I sum up IndieGen's comment as the most liked on that particular video. 1, fiberglass can cause microabrasions on your skin, and that's what I was experiencing. 2, cover up and protect your skin. Number 3, be ruthless about what I am keeping based on the material and bag it up in the attic. IndieGen's final pieces of advice were to ask yourself if it's worth the trouble of saving. And then IndieGen, you warmed my heart by acknowledging all the other things that I do share on the channel and that I am going through as a homeschool mom on my own right now while my husband's working, and we're trying to prepare for a move, and to give myself the space and grace that I need to do this. I jumped in right away with the items that were not sealed up with bags that were nearby enough for me to grab so I could just start to create some space up here to even work. I had loved this comment, and many of you had said this in other comments. When in doubt, throw it out. And there is a lot of doubt of the items up here.
We've gotta go to bed.
Right now?
We've gotta get to sleep somehow.
But I just really love the story. Can we read it, please?
Maybe one more time, okay, because you know who is on his way when we get this story read. It's time for us to go to bed.
Yay! And Rex can help us read it.
So I didn't want to just trash things. I struggled with that. I'm still struggling with it. But you know, I can't hang on to these with the potential fiberglass. It's just not worth it. So, you know, I already decluttered Christmas items. And so the things that you see here are the ones I intended to hang on to. But this fallen insulation has forced me to purge more. And I'm just going to try to think of it as a blessing in disguise on my journey to living with less. I'm just going to spend the next couple of years rebuilding that. and learning from this lesson. You're not throwing away the memory. You're throwing away an item. I'm attached to the memory. I'm not attached to the book. And I can buy new books. I could probably wipe them off, but it's not worth my time right now. And it's not worth the risk because my kids do handle these for the month of December. So we're going to have to start our collection over. I'm going to put it into perspective for myself right now. This is really minor compared to someone who has lost their entire home. This is just a couple of things, and I can deal with that. People have lost their homes in fires and floods, and they've lost everything, sentimental pictures, and they're not going to be able to get that back. That's not something I've lost. I've lost some Christmas books. I've lost a suitcase. I can buy new things. Okay, I'm ready. I struggled for a number of minutes with this wooden box of Christmas books. It took us years to build a collection of nearly 30 books that we read each night in December leading up to Christmas. I wrap them and number them as a way of counting down to Christmas Day. It's just a really lovely memory and tradition. So, I'm not sentimentally attached to the books or to this wooden box. My friend Colleen at Our Blessed Life, I'll leave a link for her in the description box below. She's an industrial hygienist, and she advised that stuff like this could be saved. I'm on a countdown that is tick-tocking away already. It's super hot in the attic. It's not worth my time to save or to donate. It's decisions like this that I struggle with, but I rely and trust on Colleen's advice. I rely and trust in the comments of people who have worked with insulation and shared their comments. Every time I would bring this box out at Christmas time to hold the books, I would see the fiberglass in my mind and wonder if any of it is still there. And I'm creating future anxiety by hanging on to it. I could wipe it down for another family, but if I would not use it, then I shouldn't donate it. Robin Duke, thank you for your comment, because I would sleep better knowing that any fiberglass that did not sufficiently wipe off of this bin could affect another family. Amina, you wrote the words that my mother preaches. Everything happens for a reason. And you're right, it is okay to trash these things. And more than 600 people agreed with you, Amina. So I am going to trash this stuff. As I get deeper into the attic, it's going to become harder because the insulation is covering things like a blanket. So for now, I'm just going to get the stuff that I can see and touch and it's nearby. I can get out for trash day tomorrow. I have to be mindful about how much I am putting out on the street for trash pickup. You can't put out a ton or big items. I am left with 3 items from today's declutter that I'm going to try to save. So first, this penguin. This penguin is very sentimental to me. It was my grandmother's, then it was my mother's, and now it's mine. I wiped it off a lot with a damp microfiber cloth, but I am still uneasy because my kids hug this thing. I don't know what to do, to be honest. I do not want to trash it, but I wiped it off, but I don't feel comfortable with it. How many times do I have to wipe it down before my discomfort is going to fade away? I don't know. He wasn't stored in this box. I had put him in there to carry it down. He was left unprotected up there, so he has fiberglass on him. What would you do with this? If this particular adorable little penguin was yours and it was sentimental and had been in 3 generations in your family, what would you do? Would you wipe it until you felt better? Would you let go? What would you do? Tell me in the comments, because right now I'm hanging on to him. Second, the guitar. Don't get upset. I am keeping this guitar, my husband's guitar. I tossed the case. I tried wiping the case, but it's just all over it. Amazon has an identical one for $16. So I bought that to protect the guitar. This outdoor Be Merry sign, I tried wiping it off, but it just didn't seem to do the job. I can't tell if what's still on there is fiberglass or Christmas glitter or wood particles or what. But this sign was 20 bucks, so I'm gonna throw it away. I'm gonna throw these clothes out too. Just can't take my clothes off outside. I mean, I can. Probably shouldn't. Here is my trash pile. This is everything I've decluttered from the attic today. It's a lot. It might even be more than the trash guys are willing to take, but it is what it is. It's out on the street now. And here is the attic after today's trash declutter. I'm able to do a little bit at a time up here. I still have pajamas that I can toss on. I tossed out today's pajamas after working up here, so I still have a few more rounds. I'm hoping that there will be a day when I can actually get a really good bit done and just be left with the bins. This might take me 2, 3, 4 more efforts to get through up here. I share videos about living with less and minimalism on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Please give this video a thumbs up like below. It helps my channel so much to catch the eye of the YouTube algorithm, as does subscribing and commenting. I would love to be connected with you more, so please click subscribe and go over and find me on ericalucasloves.com, where I share free printables and decluttering for minimalism. Thank you for watching. Here's a link to the playlist about the journey of decluttering my kitchen from hoarder to minimalist that you might be interested in, as well as a link for the latest video.